Remember some years, we had an incident in this country, in Durban, where there was a musician that was gunned down in Durban. The name of the musician is Kiernan Forbes, and he was gunned down together with his friend. So now there's another story that is coming up. In fact, the father of Kiernan Forbes is not happy with what happened in the Madlanga Commission during the course of the proceedings that were happening on Friday, where there was that footage of Kiernan Forbes being murdered in Durban. And there at the Madlanga Commission, that footage was shown on the screen. So now there's a story regarding all that. Apparently, Kiernan's father, Tony Forbes, has expressed his extreme disappointment over the airing of his son's last moment at the Madlanga Commission last week. And he has written to the commission saying, while appreciative of the work being done, the decision to show Kiernan's death was careless and showed no consideration for his loved ones. And he is requesting an explanation from the commission. I don't know, Uguti, what are your views and what are your thoughts on this? Was it done deliberately? Was it done carelessly? Or there was a reason behind that? But I'm not saying that Kiernan's father doesn't have a right to have a say regarding that, because that was his son. I get that, and I do feel for him to have gone through that experience of losing his son in a manner that he lost his son. So now, my question now would be, was it appropriate for the Madlanga Commission to air that footage? And again, was it deliberate for them, the Madlanga Commission, to air that footage? Because now it seems like this is a whole new story that is going on. And there's also a footage from ENCA where he is being interviewed on the matter. Just take a listen at what was happening on that footage.
I mean, a complete lack of sensitivity and just being very careless at how that footage was shown. It was not necessary in the context of the line of questioning. The questioning was about why was the video forwarded. Instead, now this video resurfaces, and we have to live through all of this. The whole of South Africa sees my son being shot in cold blood. He was a South African, a proud South African. I really respect what the commission is doing, and I want positive outcomes. But I believe, and I cannot understand how the commissioners, in all their wisdom, have become so hardened that they just carelessly display that footage. They could have shown a screenshot. I mean, that for me is the disappointment. So I seek an explanation from them about this.
What do you make of, the testimony around it, though, when you also hear of a sergeant that says, well, I did play some sort of role in the investigations into the murder of Kiernan, a.k.a. Forbes, and even linking Kiernan's friend, Debelo Tibbs Motwane, to people that have been implicated at the commission?
I have no comment on that. I'm in no position to comment. My issue is about what was displayed, and I cannot comment on that.
Yeah, and I raise it because obviously the family continues to look for answers. How would you like the Madlanga Commission to take this matter forward? Will you be engaging the commissioners in any way moving forward?
I think for me, whether it's a phone call, whether it's in writing, just an explanation. For me, there's obviously much bigger issues. For example, if protection of witnesses, for example, is an important factor in this process, and if the Commission cannot get something as like this right, how can it deal with bigger issues like protecting witnesses and whistleblowers?